Well, actually, compensation to me drives behaviors, right? So, like, if you have a team where it's like, hey, no matter what you do, I'm going to pay you $100,000, whether you work 150% of the overtime, you put everything you need to in it, or not, you're going to get paid this 100,000. So then you almost have to recruit and figure out, like, how do I find somebody that no matter what, they don't even care about the money, they're just driven towards being successful. Well, not everybody's like that. So depending on the employee count and how great you are at recruiting, which I don't know, you'd have to be some kind of, I don't know, like psychological genius or recruiting hero to figure out like who's actually going to work, whether you pay them 180,000, 100,000, 80,000, just the same. There are people out there like that, but it's just honestly, it's not likely you'll find people like that. So compensation drives behaviors. I think we have to figure out to like, if I'm going in for a job, am I adopting the system or am I creating the system? If I'm adopting a system, then maybe the compensation package is really rewarding following the program and the steps. Like situational leadership, you might say, hey, we're going to create metric based objectives. Don't care about the result. You've never sold this before. This product's never been on the market ever in the world, but we have a hunch. We think if you talk to 1,000 people and you book 100 meetings, we'll be able to close 5 of these deals at this number. Then you would pay that person not for the 5 deals closing, but for actually going through and talking to the people, the 1,000 people you wanted to talk to, and then giving you that those data points. Now, those compensations are a little bit more, they're less variable because you're asking the employee to take a risk with you. So one of the things I think like I strive to do is to help people not be so greedy in this situation where sometimes founders or sometimes emerging leaders or first time leaders, they come into these organizations and they think everybody's just as hungry as they are. But when you look at the cap table, there's no way that they're putting in 200-hour weeks. No such thing, by the way. It's 168 hours, but like putting in like 150% or whatever it is into this because they're not going to get comps the same way as you. So that's why, again, it goes back to like compensation driving behaviors and making sure that whatever's going to move the needles for these roles not only does how they make their wages and their cash, but then how do the benefits also support that as well. I hope that made sense.